The woods, a peaceful place in the day, but at night, a place believed to be a home of creatures that are both alien to us and supernatural, and where most secret evils are done. Is this a mere conspiracy theory, or are these stories true? Here are 6 real live videos that will make you believe the myths about the forest. The peaceful woods that people visit to get away from the stressful activities of life can turn into a nightmare, especially when you find out that you were never alone. The story starts out with a camper who had been visiting the same quiet spot for years, but over the past year, things started to change, but not in a good way. A year ago, according to him, was when the strange things began happening, especially at night, unlike before, when the nights used to be calm. According to the camper, this all started when he started hearing unexplainable sounds at strange times and odd grunting noises that sounded like pigs.
Like branches breaking, rocks thrown into the river at night time. Like pig noises, and then a gurgling sound. And then someone or something was rooting around in the rubbish that was down there, because there were a load of rubbish on that camp.
When it became clear to the camper was when, while inside the tent, the camper heard someone moving around outside. A loud shout scared the intruder off. But it was clear that this quiet spot wasn't as alone as it had once seemed. The camper wanted to figure out what was going on, so he decided to set up a trail camera on later trips. That's when things got even more unusual and scary. What the camera caught made the camper know he was not alone.
Oh, that's creepy. Someone crouching down in front of the camera.
The camera caught footage of someone sneaking around the camp late at night. The person was seen near the camp before taking the camera down. Though the camper felt uneasy, the connection to the spot was still strong, even with the strange happenings.
In the night, but then my trail camera captured something, or should I say someone, creeping about at night, and they actually took my trail camera down. So whether they were watching me for hours, or I don't know, maybe beating one off to me snoring in my hammock, I don't know.
On this very eventful particular trip, the camper was sitting by the fire when a man named Martin walked up. He seemed like he had been living on the streets and asked for a light. They talked for a while, and Martin shared some painful stories about his life, including being stabbed by friends. The camper felt bad for him and offered him some food, steak and mashed potatoes.
I was sat just watching the fire, you know, stoking it and whatnot, just chilling out, relaxing in my chair, and then some random guy creeped up like a ninja baghead he were, got right up behind me. So, "You got a light, mate?" Like, I wish I'd have been filming at the time, honestly. You'd have seen me absolutely jump out of my skin. So then we sat around fire for a bit, we were talking and stuff, talking about his life and how he'd been stabbed by his mates and all this sort of rubbish. And I fed him a steak. I had 2 steaks and a packet of mash, so shared that with him. And I turned round to cut some more firewood up. It was pitch black at this time, mind you. So I've turned around to cut some firewood up, and then when I've come to put it on the fire, realised it just disappeared, gone.
But then the unexplainable happened. When the camper went to get more firewood, Martin had disappeared. No goodbye, no warning, just gone without a trace. It felt very unusual. The camper started to wonder if Martin would return or if he had brought someone else with him. It was as if something wasn't quite right about the whole situation. The camper's gut instinct was that it was time to leave.
Oh, it could be going back to get his mates. And if his mates like stabbing him, then they'll have no qualms in stabbing a stranger in woods, would they? So I decided to leave, but I left my trail camera here.
The next morning, the camper went to check the trail camera, but he didn't see it. Who had collected it? Was it Martin's, or was it someone else? What used to be a peaceful spot now felt unsafe, as if something or someone was watching. Now the question remains, should the camper go back to that spot, where memories of peace now feel uncomfortable? Or is it better to leave it all behind and let the mystery stay in the woods? You tell me. In the middle of a stormy, windy night, the team stood in front of an old, abandoned farmhouse. It was a place spoken about in rumors, years. But nobody really knew what happened here. The moment they stepped inside, it was clear that the place was far from normal. According to reports about the house, there was an occupant named Ned Derrick. Derrick was a mythical dark figure that is believed to have been haunting this place for over 50 years.
Derrick, or the Black Monk, and he's meant to be a very evil entity.
As the team set up, strange things began. The EMF meter, which is usually calm in places like this, spiked, buzzing and going wild. It was clear that something other than them was in the house. Even if they couldn't see it, the temperature dropped. And then, the clear sound of footsteps, slow, deliberate, echoed through the old wooden floors. The feeling of being watched grew stronger, and before long, one team member suddenly felt a sharp pain in his leg. It felt cold, as if someone touched him, but nobody was around. Was it just nerves, or was it something else?
There he is, mate. My leg's all I just gone all funny up my leg.
Yeah?
They tried talking to whatever was there, hoping for a response, but there was a more scary silence.
Derrick, is that you? Is that your photo?
As they moved further into the house, things only got stranger. The footage on their cameras showed shadows moving in ways they couldn't explain. The house felt alive. The walls seemed to hold something, secrets, and the team kept calling out to Derrick, trying to provoke a reaction, but it was clear, whatever was in the house didn't want to play by their rules.
I was literally, my EMF is going crazy, my pocket can't go off now.
Upstairs, the air felt thicker, heavier. The devices started going off again with no one close to them, and loud knocks echoed from somewhere. Could this be Derrick or something else? The team pressed on, heading deeper into the house to the spot where they felt Derrick's presence the most. One of them suddenly drained and could hardly stand. He felt weak, like his energy was being sucked out of him. But even that didn't stop them. They were determined to figure out what was going on. They needed answers, sure, but they also wanted to understand what had been lurking here for so long. But they didn't realize they weren't just searching for a mystery. They were touching something ancient, something that had no plans of being revealed to the world, and this might be this group's biggest mistake. The night was cold, and the road ahead was dark and uncertain. The person had heard stories about Phantom Canyon Road, but he wasn't fully ready for the eerie vibe that hit him once he arrived. The tunnels, big and intimidating, seemed to appear out of nowhere, with the shadows from the surrounding mountains playing tricks on the eyes.
Like, when I was doing my research on this road, I knew that the tunnels were here, but on my way in, I didn't see any, so I just assumed they were no longer in use or something.
Odd sounds echoed through the tunnel, and with each step, the feeling of weight grew. Then came the soft sound of singing, so far away and impossible to figure out, but it was definitely there. The camera didn't pick it up, but the sound was real, too real.
You know, I don't know if it's my mind playing tricks on me or not, but I definitely just heard singing, like distant singing. I know for a fact that the camera can't pick it up. It is so faint that I'm like struggling to hear it. And I don't know if it's like the sounds bouncing off the tunnel walls or what, but it literally sounds like people singing.
He tried to brush it off, thinking it was just the bats flying around the cave, but the strange feeling didn't go away. After all, this place was full of mystery. Who knew what could be lurking in the shadows?
I feel like if there were any place that I would... The freak was that? I swear. Oh, it's bats. Of course there's bats in here. It's a freaking cave.
Then a thought came to mind. Why do old mining towns always seem haunted? With their violent pasts and tragic history, it almost felt like something had to remain.
What is it about these old mining towns that makes them so haunted? Other than the fact that, you know, there were a lot of casualties because mining was a dangerous job. And I know it was the Wild West, so there were a lot of gunfights, a lot of violence. And maybe that's it. But something that I find interesting is that in the paranormal community, apparently quartzite, the mineral, holds a lot of paranormal energy. And buildings or towns or places that are built upon large quartzite nodes often experience more paranormal activity than usual. And I'm not quite sure the science behind that or why, but that is what, you know, the paranormal community believes. And that's got me wondering, like, now, bear with me for a second. Maybe by digging into these mountains and mining all this ore, maybe they were releasing something, you know, something evil that caused these tragic events or caused these people to do these bad things. And because there were a lot of like gruesome murders back then too.
As the night continued, a loud thud was heard. The person jumped. What was that? The light flickered, and when he quickly checked outside, all he saw was an empty night. Fear makes you doubt everything, especially in a place like this. And sometimes, the scariest thing of all is your mind playing tricks on you.
Okay. I hope the camera picked it up, but I just heard a thud outside. I just turned on my light outside my sliding door. I don't see anything out the windows. It sounded like something hit my van. I'm like shaking right now. Hello? I literally have no idea what that noise could have been. It sounded like something bumping into my van. Now, I've got my tripod out here that I forgot about, but that's still standing, and my shovel, maybe it slid. Okay, just real quick for peace of mind, I'm gonna go outside.
As the group moves deeper into the woods, it began to feel as if something unseen was watching them, making the air feel tense and thick. CJ, a seasoned adventurer who's been here before, joins them. His stories of past trips only make the tension worse. As they keep walking, strange sounds reach their ears. Gunshots, a dog barking, and the cracking of branches from far away. But there's no time to stop and check it out. The deeper they go, the more uneasy they become.
Oh, is this the tree that fell?
This tree almost fell on you? So
He caught it on video. Like he's talking and that tree just falls.
so what happened?
Yeah, oh look, here's a ritual circle right here. Look. You know what I mean? It's exactly like it was when I was here. I like literally untouched.
Do you think this is where they murdered the baby?
I don't know, because there's multiple like ritual sites and stuff, but literally like watch this. I was sitting just
Oh! Hello?
Is this happening because
Why
I'm
is my
inside the circle?
camera going blurry right now?
Because the spirit's presence is what that means. Like no joke.
If there's anyone here that wants to communicate with us, let us know.
Are you here, Eleanor?
I think we should provoke this soon. Especially with me inside the circle. No.
Yeah, I probably
not
wouldn't
comfortable.
stand there.
I want to show you all like exactly what I did though. So I had my camera set up right here. I had my camera set up right there, and I was on each side of this weird stick. And basically, I was just talking in the circle and, you know, asking if, you know, I don't know how to provoke paranormal things, and then that's when that tree fell over while I was in this circle. And I'm telling you, if you get inside this circle, you will literally feel like a different person until you step outside of it.
I'm good, bro.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Literally, it's so weird.
I'm gonna take your word for that one.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to. I mean, should I?
Look how dark it is back
I
here.
brought stuff back to my house doing like stuff like
Are you
that.
serious?
Yeah.
Should I stand in the ritual circle?
I say do it.
You guys think I should?
You know what? I'm just warning you, I've lost cameras doing stuff like that too.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Like brand new cameras.
Sorry, Mom. I know you're watching this.
It's like a heavy feeling, like you're depressed. It's so weird.
What if this is where the baby was found or murdered? I feel like there's people here or something. Yo. So, I mean, I don't know, because, like, we're in the woods. Is it possible that Sasquatch is here?
I don't know anything about Sasquatch. Like,
is it
nothing.
even real?
I don't even know.
I've come into contact with more ghosts than Sasquatch.
Well, I think that they're multi-dimensional beings, and they can kind of come in and out of our dimension like a ghost.
Okay, that makes me feel a whole lot better.
Really?
Because
No,
why
not
are
at
we
all.
able? Why are we able to see them sometimes?
Oh gosh, what the was that?
One of the most chilling stories tied to this forest is the tale of a mother and her baby. Back in the 1970s, a woman and her child were taken by a couple with evil intentions. The couple carried the baby into the woods, where they killed it in a ritual. The mother followed them, desperate to find her child, but she was never seen again. Her car was found abandoned on the road, but she was gone without a trace.
Mother and her child were walking into a grocery store when a husband and wife approached her. They actually snatched and abducted her baby right from her arms. They went, put the baby in the car, drove down to one of the forests, and which happens to be this one right here. As bad and as sad as this is to even say, they took the baby into the forest to sacrifice it, and the mother was actually trying to trail behind them in her car. Well, by the time that she got here, they already had, you know, they killed the baby, and
So sad.
I know, I just like it's messed up, but the mother was never found. Her car was obviously had to be removed from the road, but they say that she still lingers in these woods to this day. So.
And how long ago did that happen?
That was in the 70s. So.
In the 70s.
I mean, she could possibly be alive, but I don't really know like how you would stay alive in a forest.
As the group walks on, the tension rises. There's a moment when they all hear something, a soft tapping, followed by a strange sound. Whether it's the restless spirits or something worse, the weight in the air is hard to ignore.
Tiffany's freaking out right now, so she felt somebody tap her, and there was nobody near her, like
It was
on
like
her
this.
back.
I thought it was Kristen. Like this. Like a little tap.
Wasn't me that tapped you.
Did you rub up
I was like
on the
2
tree
feet
or
away.
something?
No, I turned around. There's nothing.
I didn't do that.
Literally, like I was recording, and then it just like completely
I heard it.
shut itself off, and the lens pop goes back, like it completely shut off.
I don't even want my back in it. I want.
Like I don't even know what just happened.
I mean, there's
I was just steady recording, like I just for like probably 2 or
Yeah.
solid minutes.
Hey, Kristen, did you bring your EVP thing?
no.
Dang.
Did you bring yours? I don't.
I have my EMF meter, but
Yeah, I should have brought it. I always
Y'all,
have
something's
like.
going on over here.
let's go over there.
Seriously.
Okay.
Oh yeah, let's get
Well,
closer.
guys,
Yeah, I just get groped. Let's not look at something.
You got groped?
Dude, what? That like it touched me. Whatever.
Things then take a darker turn. Someone spots a figure in the distance, still as a statue. As they move closer, a sense of dread fills the air. The camera shakes, its lens blurring as they try to understand what they've just seen.
Where?
where?
Or is that a stump? It's literally right in the middle.
DJ, you are freaking
Is
me
that a
out right
stump?
now.
I don't even know what I'm seeing. Like I feel like I'm looking at a small human.
Oh my.
Where?
Right there.
Like a child, right?
Look at that. It looks like a small human. Do you see that?
Yeah. Is that where that sound came from?
It came from that way.
It
It
definitely.
came
What
from
is
right
that? It
there,
looks like a
and you're
statue.
Right there.
It looks like a statue or something. Go check it out.
Don't leave it back here.
I'm not sure if what we heard right now was an animal.
After Tiffany,
It was that way though.
after Tiffany was touched,
What was that? What is this? Okay, that's another. Oh, that's another tree that must have
I'm
fell.
telling you, dude, my heart was pumping right there,
Why did we
man.
just walk back towards the cry?
I don't know. Let's go back. Let's keep going this way.
Dude, TJ, you good?
Yeah, that freaked me out. I literally thought I saw a small child standing.
You know what I thought? Because like none of us were seeing what CJ was seeing at first, but I see it now. I thought he was seeing. I thought he got like possessed and was seeing something.
My light just died.
Your light died?
Like just died.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
That's what happened last time with Omar.
And my camera keeps going blurry.
I'm gonna have to use it.
With each step, they're not sure what waits for them deeper in the forest, whether it's the tragic past or something even darker. As time passes, the strange events keep growing stronger, and the group begins to question if they'll make it out at all. The night started quietly. The group of two had set up their campsite deep in the forest. Everything seemed normal at first. Before they slept, one of them felt a strange feeling of weakness. It was not normal for them to be this tired. By 10 p.m., their energy, even though they had chugged an energy drink, they blamed the jet lag from their recent trip to Paris, France. But deep down, you could tell that something didn't feel right.
All right, well, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I might take like a little bit of like a power nap or something, because right now I don't feel good to go outside. I actually feel like tired all of a sudden, which is wild.
Power nap, huh?
I might have to.
Good.
I actually like. What's that? So like draining the fuck out of me.
Yeah, I'm sleeping well. I'm tired too.
That's not like me at all. And I'm drinking energy drinks over here, so I don't know. I came back from Europe like 5 days ago, so maybe it's because of that. Jet lag's finally catching up. I don't know how that shit works.
Trying to shake the heavy feeling, they turned on the spirit box, hoping for a distraction. The device spoke one word, marked. It got them so scared, even though they didn't have time to think about it. The night had more in store.
I don't know. It was weird because Chris asked the spirit box like what it meant. The fact that like I was so tired and it said marked. And we're like, okay, well that's fantastic.
As the hours dragged by, the campsite grew eerily still. Then came the whispers. At first, they seemed faint, like the wind brushing through the trees. But soon, they grew louder. It sounded like people talking, and it felt like they were right outside the van. Were there other campers nearby? Locals passing through? But the longer it went on, the more unnatural it seemed. Shadows flickered outside, shifting with every movement of light. The feeling in the air was thick and heavy, pressing down on them.
It's not Chris, I hear Chris. It's behind me. Who's talking? I can't see anything. It's so dark. I'm gonna go get Chris. Hey Chris! 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 Okay. I think it's time. You awake?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's people outside. There's people outside.
What?
I don't know, maybe it's just like other campers or maybe it's something. I hear people talking.
Where?
They're like right outside the van.
What?
I hear, bro, they're so close.
Hold on. People?
Yeah. Listen.
What the fuck?
You hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, there's people talking. Well, let's just explain ourselves and like, if need be, we can just get out of here.
We didn't do anything.
Well, no, I know. I mean, what we're doing is fine.
Oh shit.
What happened?
It looks like I see shadows or something. All the lights are on outside.
Here. Can you... Oh, you have the curtains up?
Yeah. How many people are out there?
I mean, I heard multiple people talking. I just... Can you...
I just want to fucking sleep through the night one time. Yeah. So fucking annoying.
Bro, I don't see anybody. Hold on.
Yeah, there's nobody out there?
Hey. Hello.
Bro, you're trying to tell me there's nobody out there. There's no fucking way.
You heard that too, right?
With my own ears. There was people talking out here.
Bro, there was people out here.
Where the fuck did they go then?
Bro, no one's walking out here. There's simply no way anyone's walking out here.
Should we...
Like...
Whoa. Bro, there's a screaming over here.
Then they heard a scream. It was sharp and loud. Everyone froze, with dread in their minds at this point. Before they could react, another sound followed, a gunshot. The blast was so close, it shook the air around them. This was when it became clear. They didn't wait to see what would happen next. They scrambled to gather their things.
Chris!
Yes. What the fuck?
That's a fucking gunshot!
Dude, yo, get the fuck out of here. We gotta go. What the fuck?
Yo.
What the fuck is that? Fucking gunshot?
That was a fucking gunshot.
Oh, pack your shit.
Bro, that was close. Chris, that was fucking close.
Push it away. We need to fucking go right now.
Yeah, now.
Right now.
The drive away from the site was tense. No one said a word, but the weight of what had happened hung over them. Questions raced through their minds. Who were those voices? Where did the scream come from? Why did the gunshot sound so close?
Bro, please fucking go. Please fucking drive. Oh, fuck.
Bro, I know what my mic is.
Don't fucking worry about it.
What the fuck was that?
What did you see?
Yo.
Bro, please fucking go.
I'm trying. Just sit.
They didn't have answers, but one thing was clear. They weren't going back to find out. The camper and his friend Mo were there for more than just a night in nature. They'd chosen this remote spot to investigate something unsettling. The forest had its mysteries, and one of them had already appeared. They'd seen a man in camouflage earlier.
He's dressed as a camo man. Like legit, he's wearing camo gear, and he ran through here. I don't know if he was just a hunter. He could have just been a hunter. But we did find evidence that he's been living at the other camp. The one that's far, far away deep inside the forest.
And the camper had a strong feeling that the man had been living out there. As the camper and Mo prepared for the night, their voices cut through the quiet, each wondering who the man could be. Was he a hunter, or was there something darker behind him? The camper didn't know, but he wasn't taking any chances. With machetes, bows, and a propane gun ready, they both felt scared, but ready. They had dealt with trespassers before, but they knew that this might be different.
We got a bow and arrow in case we gotta shoot some motherfucker. We got some arrows right here. We got some propane. We actually have the propane gun. Also a machete over here to keep us safe.
The air grew colder as they moved deeper into the woods, their flashlights shaking. Then, out of nowhere, a scream tore through the trees. It was raw and painful. The camper froze, his eyes locking with Mo's. It wasn't an animal. They exchanged a look and silently agreed to find the source.
We weren't recording that, but somebody just screamed, like a man just screamed really loud. Like almost like he was in pain.
Yeah, that was weird. Like I feel like he dropped something on himself, or I don't know what.
Dropped something? Like no, it felt like a scream of agony.
Exactly, like he's under a rock or a
That's when they found the old diary.
Logan's diary.
But what is that? Look at that picture. What is that?
Logan. Oh, it stinks. Logan. This is someone's diary. Maybe his name is Logan?
Then, they saw movement in the shadows. A figure, just for a second. The camper's heart jumped. Was that Logan, or was it someone else? He couldn't tell, but the figure disappeared too quickly for him to find out.
I just seen somebody heading back down towards where we came from. Like I seen about like a shadow of something.
Yeah. Bro.
Shh, something's moving.
They stood still for a moment. The camper was really scared. The night felt too big, too dark. The diary, the scream, the figure, whoever or whatever was out there. It wasn't just lurking, it was waiting for something. The camper tightened his grip on the bow. "We shouldn't be out here," Mo muttered under his breath, his voice shaking. But it was too late. They'd crossed a line, and there was no going back now. We still can't explain what is out there, but one thing we do